building worlds for your mind.
All right, welcome. Hello. Merry Christmas. End of the year, whether you're watching this when I'm recording in 2023 or later in the future. I wanted to show you guys some books that I love at Christmas time. So as many of you, I enjoy ghost Christmas stories that are involving ghosts and scary stuff because it's actually an old tradition. I know many of you may be thinking, what? And a tradition of telling ghost stories at Christmas? That's crazy. But it's not. There's the Andy Williams song that talks about telling scary ghost stories. You've probably heard it a million times and never thought about it. And what do you think Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens is? It's a ghost story. I love that story. I read it all the time. And when it clicked in my mind, oh my gosh, it really is a scary ghost story. I started looking into this a bit more and discovered that Victorian era, especially, people would gather around the fireplace and tell ghost stories at Christmas. Not all of them had to do with Christmas time. Many of them were just ghost stories, but they would tell a scary story around the fire when it was dark, because December has the darkest days of the year. It was a tradition. It's fallen out of the wayside, but I have been talking about it for a long time, and I read ghost stories. I talk about ghost stories. I try and pass along ghost stories. So check out some of the articles on my blog and on Facebook, because I post lists of what ghost stories I found, discovered, etc. Check it out. It's a fun thing. Most of them are available at Gutenberg Project, which I use all the time and love. Many of these can be found at your library, so check those out. But I wanted to give you a heads up on a series of books that I discovered that I love. These are these cute little books. Yeah, we're losing it. That's what happens with Zoom backgrounds, right? These cute little books that are put out by, it says A Ghost Story for Christmas. It's put out by this guy named Seth through Biblioasis, which I believe is his marketing, printing, publishing company connected to his bookstore. I've looked this up. I will put a link in the notes for this. I will also have this with an article on my website. But there's a whole series of these small little books that have ghost stories for Christmas. That's what they're about. He has the same idea I did, bringing back ghost stories for Christmas. Now, you don't really have to get these books. All of these that I found so far by him are in the public domain. They're ghost stories that were written over 100 years ago. They were put out in the annual magazines that had ghost stories every year for Christmas. That used to be a thing in the 1800s. But they're the stories from there that he's reprinted. If you are fine with digital, if you're fine with reading it off a tablet, then you can get them at Project Gutenberg. You can look these up. But if you like having something to hold and giving your kids something, this is what I would recommend. They're nice, cute little books. They look really cool lined up on a shelf. I will put some notes. The ones I've got right here are The Dead and the Countess and Mr. Jones. And not really Christmas-y, but like Dickens, but they are definitely old school spooky. And every year I've been trying to write a Christmas special, some of which have to do with supernatural ghostly elements. Most of them are Christmas magic in some way. So check out the stories that I've been putting out for Christmas each year. Enjoy them with your friends, family, and kids. Merry Christmas. They're a Christmas gift to everybody. And I hope that everybody has a spooky holiday. Thank you. Hey, thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to say I appreciate everyone that watches these, and I hope you got something out of it. If you are looking for more resources for kids, for writing activities, for reading activities, for things to spark their imagination, check out my website, sa-schneider, schneider.com, sa-schneider.com. I've got resources on there for parents, teachers, homeschool, educators, etc. Study guides with all the stories. If you're looking for my new stories, they will be there, the new books, the series. If you are looking for this year's Christmas or Halloween specials, those will be there. It's all there for it. There's a lot going on the website, but I'm trying to make that something that people can go get resources to have fun activities for their kids, to spark their kids into writing, including my video game classes and information on those. So check it out, sa-schneider.com. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Discovered Wordsmiths. Come back next week and listen to another author discuss the road they've traveled, and maybe, sometime in the near future, it might be you.